Two powerful automation platforms, but only one can win. Which one really delivers? On the left, the flexible no-code giant, Make, and on the right, the enterprise automation powerhouse, Workato. We're comparing them side by side in the areas that count: integration capabilities, ease of use, pricing, features, and more. Let's skip the marketing fluff and get to what actually matters. Each category earns points, and by the end, you'll see exactly who comes out on top. And trust me, the results may surprise you. Let's get into it. Quick peek at where we're heading. We'll check out pricing, then power and features. After that, integration ecosystem, UI and usability, security. Yeah, that's a big one. And finally, community and support. Big picture stuff, you know? Let's talk pricing first, because honestly, this is where a lot of people start. So Make actually gives you a pretty generous free tier, which is kind of rare these days, and their paid plans are all spelled out, no sneaky stuff. Of course, once you go past free, things get a bit more complicated, and it takes a second to figure out which plan's for you. On the flip side, Workato, no free plan. Nope, not even a test drive. Their pricing's all behind a request, a quote wall, which feels a bit old school, though, hey, they do hook up the enterprise crowd with those bulk discounts. But if you just want to play around, yeah, Make wins this round hand. Next up, power and features. And right away, I gotta say, this is where Workato flexes. If you need heavy-duty, biz-grade automations that go 10 steps deep, lots of conditions, or you care about governance stuff like approvals, Workato's made for that. But, big surprise, there's a steeper learning curve, and you might have to shell out for the higher plans to get the real good stuff. Make, meanwhile, is super approachable with its drag-and-drop builder and tons of quick-start templates. Advanced logic, it can get messy if you're pushing the limit. But for most folks, it gets the job done. Still, power-wise, Workato's taking home the trophy here. Now, integrations. Make offers hundreds of connectors, plus their community's constantly making new ones. You'll probably find what you need, but sometimes those connections can get a bit temperamental. Workato, though, think enterprise. We're talking integrations for the big guns, SAP, Oracle, Salesforce, you name it, and if they don't have it, you can build your own custom connectors. Not everything is open to the lower plans, but if integrations are mission critical and you want reliability, Workato gets the nod. Oh, and here's something cool. Did you know some Make users actually run over 100,000 tasks a month on just one scenario? That's wild. Shows you how much people are pushing the platform if you ask me. Moving on to usability and the overall look and feel. This is Make's playground. The platform is so visual, literally anyone can start stringing together automations without having to know code. It's intuitive, it's inviting, it's honestly fun. If you're advanced, maybe you'll bump into limits, but for most people, it's more than enough. Workato, on the other hand, gives you some heavy dashboards and lots of data, which is great if you've got a trained team. For solo makers or small teams, it might be a tad much. Make totally owns this. Alright, let's get serious for a second. Security and compliance. Now, Make does the basics well enough. You're getting standard encryption, some choices on where your data lives, but that's about it. Not as many fancy certifications in their corner. Workato, though, yeah, they're stacking all the badges, SOC2, HIPAA, GDPR, enterprise stuff, plus super detailed admin controls and audit trails. Of course, if you're not shelling out enterprise money, it could sting, but for the big organizations, it's the peace of mind winner. Last stop, community and support. Make has a vibe. Active forums, templates, and hacks from users all over, plus lots of tutorials. Documentation is super accessible, though if you're on a basic plan, you might wait a bit for support. Workato gives enterprises white glove support and onboarding, though the community side isn't as lively. You do get priority support in higher tiers, but it feels less grassroots, you know? For most, Make brings a lot more energy here. Alright, so putting it all together, if you look at the radar, yeah, it's a classic starter versus enterprise matchup. Make shines for cost, usability, and community, while Workato is stacked in power, integration depth, and security. So, what's the move? Here's my take. If you're a startup, a creator, or a team that just wants things to work visually without breaking the bank, Make is your friend. If you're running a big operation where security and handling giant complex processes matter way more, you probably need Workato. For most people watching this, Make is going to feel a lot more welcoming. Automation wars aren't slowing down. Want more honest head-to-heads like this? Follow along. There's a ton more to come.